Hey everybody, I'm supposed to be on vacation, but I really wanted to make this video. I really want to put out more videos. And by the way, if you hear some noises, I've got my toddler in the office with me. But it's actually hanging out with my daughter. Yeah, Dada's on the screen. That made me think of this video and a message that I want to communicate to the Koinos community. I think we tend to focus, myself included, on how we can expand our community, how we can grow our community, how we can bring other people into our community. And I was thinking that I wonder if we need to do more, think internally more, think more about how we can improve ourselves, improve our community, help one another more so that we can make our community something that people want to be a part of. I think we often say, look, Koinos is great. We're doing great things. Look at this technology. But at the end of the day, what people join is a community, and the only reason we should want people to join us is because we have a great community, because we're a great group of people. And I think that means doing more for ourselves and most importantly, doing more for one another. And it's kind of easy in a lot of ways to not think about yourself and to not think about helping your fellow community members and just looking to grow. But at the end of the day, if we're not helping one another, what are we doing here? And why would anybody want to grow this? So I want to encourage everybody to think a little bit more about how we can help one another, how we can make the community that we have stronger and better and more helpful to the members of it. And then I think the growth will happen. The last thing I kind of wanted to tie in here is the role that values play in here. If you've been following along recently, you've probably been hearing me say a lot more the core values of openness, transparency, and fairness. And I want to talk more about these values in the future. I want to talk more about why I think that we should really embrace these specific values. First of all, they're very important to me, to be honest. I've been thinking about this for a very long time. I don't think core values are something that you consciously choose. You discover them over years and years of looking at the decisions that you make, the things that you dedicate your time to, and seeing what you value. I've now dedicated over a decade of my life to open source software and the idea of openness. So clearly this is a core value. Why do I love open source software so much? Why do I love the idea of openness so much? It's because I value transparency, because it's kind of the ultimate in transparency. You can see the code. You can see into the whole system. And provable fairness or fairness. See, for me, fairness is about provable fairness, and that's what draws me to blockchain technology and decentralized systems. It's that provable element to it. So I think speaking just generally about fairness is more accessible to people. But when they ask about what I mean by that, what I mean is provable fairness. But this resonates very deeply with people because everybody understands that fairness is a very generic, subjective kind of thing. And this creates a lot of division between people. But the concept of provable fairness helps clear that up. And that's why this is such an important technology going forward. So, these are the most important values to me. Oh, she's drawing on the whiteboard. And you're doing such a great job. And I think that these values are embedded deep within Koinos. As one of the inventors of Koinos, these are what motivated me. I think these values are what drew my teammates and I together And I think we then embedded those values into the platform. And whether you know it or not, even if you were only drawn to Koinos because you thought it was going to go to the moon, I believe that what really drew you there was these core values, which are at the very foundation of it. And it's not saying that other values aren't important and other communities aren't important. It's saying these are the values that motivate us. These are what bind us together and help us work together to improve our community, help one another, live better lives, and hopefully we can then expand that out and help other people lead better lives. So these are just my thoughts for today. Thanks for watching. See you around.